What's up, people? I've got some news that I think a bunch of you probably already figured out because I'm not very clever with the thumbnails. It was to be subtle, and I know my buddy Chad is going to be happy to finally hear this. And I'm not going to drag this on. I finally made up my mind. We're going full on E85. And there's a bunch of reasons why. Okay, number one, this is no longer my daily driver to work, okay? When it was my daily driver, I kind of held off on going full on balls to the wall because, you know, you put a lot of stress on the vehicle daily back and forth. And I'm like...
Approaching a railroad crossing.
Thank you. I have a lot of fun driving this 760 one-ish at the wheels. I have a lot of fun. And we slay a lot of vehicles with it. It's a lot of fun. But I would have a lot more fun if it was 880 and up at the wheels. Now with E85, we could probably push it even higher than 880 wheel. We could probably go over 900 like we were originally looking for on race gas. We have all the pieces in place. We already have a built motor with manly pistons and rods. We have a larger cam. We have a ported snout. We have ported heads, upper and lower pulleys, 310 upper, 10% lower. Cook's headers, high flow cats into AWE touring exhaust. Now I may have to remove my cats if we really push this because of the heat. I don't know, E85 might counter that. From what I understand, we may be able to get away with keeping the high flow cats with the E85. Not sure. Anybody that wants to chime in about that can drop me a comment. But I held off for the longest time from going E85 or just full on race gas because of being a daily driver. And with the last couple of things that happened this past year, and the missus finally, this was her call to make me go into a daily driver. She made me go get a lease. I'm not kidding. This was her idea. I was going to buy a beater. She's like, nope, we're going to get you a new car. I couldn't believe it. She's like, what? She goes, we're going to get you a cheap little daily just for work. And I'm like, all right. And we picked up the Mazda CX-30, which I absolutely love. I'm going to admit it. I can't believe I'm saying this. It's a 4-cylinder, and I love to drive it. It's comfortable. I just had the windows tinted yesterday, and we put some floor mats in it just to keep it nice for back and forth during our daily drive to work. But even this morning, I'm on my way to pick my daughter up at work, and even this morning, driving her to work, I'm supposed to take the Trackhawk on the weekend, right? It's my fun time. And my daughter said, Dad, can we take the small car? And I said, why? She goes, because I like it better. And I went, sure. Acted all dejected and like my Trackhawk. But I actually was like, yeah, you know what? Fist bump. It is actually pretty nice to drive. It's comfortable. You have there are two sides to it, right? This is a lot of fun because it's fast and it's noisy and it gets a lot of attention. But the... oh, by the way, punch buggy yellow, if anybody cares. Right there. You all owe me one. The little CTX-30 is a comfortable little drive. I love the gas mileage thing. I'm still nuts about the whole, like, oh my God, it's almost 40 miles to the gallon. It's crazy. So, to me, that's awesome. Anyway, but when I got back today, now, I've had this decision on the back burner for a while. I've been thinking about doing this for a while. But just like with the fully built motor, we guys kept you in limbo for a couple of months before we finally pulled the trigger. And then, just like with going the fully built motor, we took about a year to get it done. There's a lot of things that have to happen from this point on. So our goal is to shoot for spring. All right, we're going into the fall now. We absolutely would not do any work during the winter time, but we are shooting for spring, early spring. One, because I have to do my due diligence. I have to get in my DD and my research and start contacting all my buddies in the Trackhawk community, everybody I know that's already on an E85 setup, to find out what's the best option out there, what's it going to cost, where can I realistically expect to move my horsepower numbers up to. Contact Josh tomorrow at HHP. I'm sure somebody from HHP is going to see this video going up tonight. and give them a heads up, or whoever answers the phone is going to be like, already saw your video, Ron. This is what we need. Let's get it done. Because those guys love to go fast. I mean, that's the place that sets records, right? So, once I get all those pieces in place, I talk to Josh and I consult with him. I always consult with him no matter what, because I consider him like, you know, my car and tuning life is directly attached to those guys because I trust them so much. So I take whatever he says with, you know, to heart. So I really want to find out what my options are. And then when we're ready to pull the trigger, after we figured out what it's going to cost, who's going to do it, what it's going to entail, we have to plan it. Those of you that know or have been to HHP know you don't just call them up and say, hey, I want to come down tomorrow and have a tune. Yeah, it takes 3 months plus, sometimes 4, depending on how busy they are, just to schedule somebody in. Okay, they're a really busy shop. They're located in Smyrna, Delaware. That's who I recommend. Although there are a lot of great shops out there, like our buddies over at Demon Performance, Barth Tuning, you know, Dusterhoff Tuning. There's a lot of people out there that are awesome for the Hemi platform. Okay, so once I figured this all out in the next couple of weeks, and I make some calls behind the scenes, and I plan this, we'll make an announcement to give you the date and let you know when it's going to happen. And then we'll go through the whole process like we did before with the build motor and showing you the dyno day and what we have and getting it to the track. That has been my biggest problem, getting this thing to the track. There's a lot of stuff going on in my life. Every weekend I'm looking at houses because we want to move, right? And plus the market sucks. I mean, we've been bidding every week or two on homes. It's like a pain in the ass, so I can't get to the track. The one day I did get to the track, ATCO was shut down because of the state police and the freaking, I can't even say the word without getting demonetized. We're having a little, you know, banner put on the bottom of my video just for saying the C word and not the 4-letter C word, the 5-letter C word. So that's it. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up for all of you out there that are already E85 on their Trackhawk platform that know me or don't know me. Drop me some comments on who you went through, how much it cost, knowing what we already have set up with our vehicle. You know, we already have the motor in place. What else do I need? I know it's going to be injectors, probably booster pump, etc. But who you went through, how much horsepower you push in, the pros and cons. I know that with the moisture trap and also the harder to start during the wintertime. We do live in a colder climate here. We get 4 seasons here in the Philadelphia area. But regardless, all that stuff, I just need to know all the goods, the bads, the ugly, right? So give me all your information down in the comments section. Before you roll out, click the like button, click the little bell notification down here if you would, click subscribe. Last but not least, you guys and girls all be safe. That's all I got. I'm out.